So like, okay, right? I know that it is like I have obligations to you guys and I'm never meeting it. Like, well, you see in these videos and they're never about what it's supposed to be about. But bear with me for a second, right? I just want to talk to all you about episode 8, season 1, a little time, right? So I was reading some comments because right now I'm obsessed with Bridgerton season 2, right? I've seen the series, but I have not read the books. Reading some comments, obsessed. Have watched it 3 times maybe. Watched this current season because how could you not? How could anybody not, right? And like actual book readers, people who read the Bridgerton series were very upset. And like I can't understand it because this season was, well, let's see this season. Anthony, the actor that plays Anthony, who is he? Where do you exist? So I could something, I don't know what, but he was so good. Not only on the level of this man's face, why does his face look like that? I am in love, but also his acting. And then it's not only him, the entire show. Simone, Kate, it was out of this world. I cannot imagine anybody I can't even fathom that somebody thinks this is crap, right? So I somehow had to relate that over to like how it is like I felt about episode 8 of WoT Time, right? Cause I was like, maybe this hit me like this because I am a reader of the series, and like I'm not like the average reader of the series, and I can't even say that I am very invested. Okay, I am very passionate. These people are real to me. There is love, right? So I understand, like I could think maybe there are people who are like, wow, because I have even talked to people and they were like, the series, the season was impeccable. It was great. It was divine. Amazon did a great thing. And from episode 1 to 7, in fact, it like I could say that it is like I gave way for. Like I understood. I said, you are doing me such a favor. This is such a lovely thing that it is you are doing for me, making these episodes, and they are so good. I can understand some of the changes that were made were like, why was that done? But like others, it was just like, this is natural progression of Robert Jordan's writings. Okay, I understood why it is you did that. And I see you, right? And I appreciate you. But then I watched episode 8. And I didn't feel like that anymore. I felt like if somebody like a dear friend that I was beginning to have a wonderful relationship with had just turned and slapped me in the face like this. They slapped me in the face without reason or cause when it is like I was so in love. Like this was a new partner for me, right? I was falling in love, and that person told me that they hated me, that I was the bane of their existence. And if it is you watch Bridgerton, then it is you catch weight, is that? Well, yeah, alright. Segue into episode 8, right? Rand, the climax. This is the climax. It's all it building me. That's all it built me up for. This is what all of our running from Trollocs and Murdrell and Dragcar has come to. All it been building me. All it been building us up, right? And we get to the end, Right? So Rand is unconscious, or he's in the world, he's in Teleran Riod, which is the world of dream. It's a dream that is not a dream, right? Like things that happen there happen. It's like the real world, but it's in your dreams, right? And he's unconscious, and Maureen is holding him. In the books, everybody was taken out. Two of the Forsaken had come, Bilal and Ishmael, and they deal up with everybody business. And that is why Rand was able to reach out to the true source and do it as he had to do, because it's like, you clear out my whole team. The love of my life, let's go with that, right? The love of your life is the queen. I am a lover. Right, I'm a very romantic person. I told you guys that I watched season 2. Like we had a watch party for the latest season of Bridgerton, and then it is I have watched it again and again and again. Because Anthony, what is it he did to my insides and my outsides? I needed it done and redone and done again. Because how are you going to tell me that the only thing that you can breathe for, the only thing that you can think about is Kate Anthony? So I'm a very great lover, guys. I love romance. So when it says they made Rand and Egwene more than they were, they made them more than they were in the books. They full out went for a relationship. Rand was so upset with her because she left him behind. And Rand, I think in the books, one of the reasons they're a little more spiced it, why it is like he grabbed one to the paw and like this not happening, was because he needed to protect Egwene. More than anything else, he had to protect her, right? I am a lover. I am a romantic, right? I am a romantic, guys. But a few things need to hold true. A few things need to be held to what it is that I know. You, Rand, the dragon reborn of this age. Last age was the dragon loose there. Randall Thor, dragon reborn, this age. He comes from a line of people. You could see the Daishan Aiel, right? His adoptive parents were from Manetheren, which has stood for 2,000 years unbroken. And then the White Tower has never been invaded, even when it is Arthur Hawkwing came and he was like trying to lay siege to the city. The White Tower has always stood. These are the ancestors of Rand Alto. This is not Rand yet. These are the people that came before him, right? So when it came to Rand, and it is like there were in the books where it is like he had the dreams where it is Balsamon was trying to tell him, well, come to the dark side. Come, we could give you so much power. We could give you everything that your wildest dreams, anything that you want, we could procure for you. Come. It was not a thought to go over to them. It was not something Rand considered like they showed you in episode 8. This, like, none of that happened. Rand is, it was never a consideration, guys. He just knew that he had to take up this fight that seemed impossible, because it was never a thought to go over to the darkness, because this is who he is, okay? He stands for the light. He stands for the light even when he's unconscious. Right? That's what it is they were saying to us when it is like he was in Teleran Rion and he still couldn't be convinced. So I understand where it is like they got the little Teleran Rion part, they even got the Ishmael, like all of those things happened in the books, right? The first few chapters where it is like Balsamon was trying, Ishmael was trying to tempt Rand, was trying to get him to come. So like, even more insulting than what just occurred there, that it is, you could say that Rand was so much of a lover that it is like he was considering going over, because there was this lifetime where it is like he and Egwene was together and they had a daughter and this was going to be his life and he wanted it so much that it is he was going to think about abandoning the light. Like, I find that it is vilely insulting. But if it is like we are going to jump on from there, let us jump on from there, guys. Let us move forward. So they do that. They did that. But also, what is this? It was Nynaeve's turn. Nynaeve get she showed up and she showed out. They made sure that we understood who Nynaeve was. Nynaeve is a very powerful channeler. But if it is my readings are correct, there are at least 3 channelers that come after her that are more powerful than Nynaeve, right? And this is not counting the Forsaken. The women who are Forsaken are more powerful than her. I think like she could go head to head with Mogadine, but that is it. Everybody else, all of the other women, any Forsaken, which and I think it's 4, maybe 3 others, could take Nynaeve, right? Rand is more powerful than anybody, right? Listen to me. The dragon, or the dragon reborn, the dragon before was Lucifer, now it is we have the dragon reborn, now who is Rand? And the person that comes after Rand will be the most powerful channeler of his age. And the person who came before Lucifer would have been the most powerful channeler of his age. Now, this is the pinnacle. This is the climax of what it is you are giving to me. This is episode 8, right? This is episode 8. Like this has come to the culmination. We have reached the top, the heights of you explaining to me that shit getting real, and this is the dragon report. This is your savior. This is the man that stands for the light. Who's the strongest channeler of an age? Moraine is holding him while it is he's in Tel'aran Riyadh, having this dream and making the decision that this is not what it is he wants, because this would not truly be Egwene, and this is how he stamps down the darkness. This is how he stamps down the dark one. This is how he takes his stand. Anyways, so because in the books, right? Any series in Eye of the World, when it says you come down to the end, remember that, as I said before, Rand is the most powerful channeler of his age. In the freaking books, guys. In the books. You see that little scene they had in the Borderlands where it is like the woman made a circle. The woman made a circle, they link together, right? They link together, which, like, it's sort of like adding power, but it's not like doubling it. Like, not the entirety of one woman's power and the entirety of another woman's power in the one power. They all of them linked. Remember that scene? Remember that scene where it's like they burned out? The woman was burning everybody out. She took control of the circle, and she was using all her power against the Dark One's army. Things was real. Things was getting real. The Dark One sent people, and it was from the Blight. They went to the Blight, and the Blight is where it is the Dark One, his prison is. And so many of his foot soldiers, there's like a lot of darkness around that place, right? And the Borderlands are the people, like the lands around it, they usually send soldiers to fight. Real bad man thing. I feel it's like, I didn't even like that scene. I did not even like that. How it is like the Borderlands was portrayed. I wanted more. It was good, but I wanted more. Anyways, let me not get sidetracked, right? So, all of these women who wipe out half of the army, Rand did that. In the books, Rand did that by himself, right? I just trying to give you guys an idea of how powerful my boy, my dragon, my liege lord, how powerful he is. And they had him lying down in Tel'aran Riyadh in the TV series, stamping down the darkness by whoever. I can't even, right? So this person who's supposed to be that strong, he made a gate, like he was able to travel, which is something that it is we don't even know how to do in this age. Like the knowledge of that has long passed. People, current Aes Sedai don't know how to do that anymore, and you need a certain amount of power, a certain level of power channeling to be able to create gates like that. And he created a gate, and this is the first time that he's aware of channeling. He created a gate. He jumped to the Borderlands. He wiped out half of the Dark One's army that was attacking the Borderlands at that point. Shinar, right? The Borderlands are the lands around the Blight. Shinar is one of them, and it was Shinar that they had went to, if it is like I recall correctly. So he jumped there, spice these people up with the power, jump back to this battle like as he was having with Shamiel, cut him off from the true power, and then I think he killed him. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but he wiped him the frick out, right? And Ishamael was one step below Lutheran in the last age. The dragon of the last age, one step below. This man having all this knowledge and all this power, one step or a few steps below Lutheran Telamon, the dragon reborn, right? Rand just learning how to channel actively, did all of that on his own. And you give me an episode where it says he isn't telling Rand out unconscious and Maureen is holding him up and she's protecting him from one of the Forsaken. The Forsaken. Maureen, as strong as she is, she's a powerful channeler. Not even as strong as Nynaeve. And she was protecting Rand from Ishamael. I don't even know exactly what to say about that. Moving on. So when it is like I watch it that night, I watched the episode that night, I was very confused. I was like, this isn't what? What did I just watch? No, it's not supposed to play out like this. What is going on? This is not the final episode of the season. Something is wrong. I was so disappointed that it is. I went to sleep. You know how disappointed you have to be to go to sleep? I just didn't want to think. I couldn't even process it because it's like, what shit is this? What is this? So I went to sleep. Guys, and I understand, given that it is, I read the commentary from the people who read the Bridgerton series, I was like, maybe it is, that's a reflection of me, because I feel this way, and it is like, I have spoken to friends, and they thought it was the best thing ever. They thought that episode was a great, and I thought, I thought it was a extra serving of bullshit. That's why I thought. That's how I felt. I'm gonna watch season 2 because it's Wheel of Time, but the watching of the 8th episode and then rewatching it felt like if it is, and I was thoroughly stabbed in the back. That's how it felt. What did you guys think? You know, like maybe some of you aren't readers, you know, like from the past. So what did you think of it? Bye, guys.